Hello, everyone. This is Tim DeFilippo, Trey of Triforia, the original Gold Ranger from the Power Rangers Zeo series. This is episode number 3, Autism Awareness. I'm really excited about this podcast. But before we go into it, I want to answer some questions about the Gold Team. I know a lot of people are confused with, out there in the fandom and the fans. The Gold Team was originated and created to assist my brothers and I for MorphiCon 2014. Unfortunately, my brothers and I are not able to attend any conventions or cons because of our schedules. We have TV shows and a comic that we're creating for our Power Ranger fans, and we also have our golf schedules. So we are very limited on time. This is why we created the Gold Team. It's all fan-based. All of our members are diehard Power Ranger fans. We have creative divisions, for example, like we have a graphic design division. They're assisting us with autographs and designs for T-shirts, for hats, for pictures, for clothing, for coffee mugs, etc. We have a prop division. They're creating original designs for us, for all of our fans at MorphiCon. We have a creative comic division. 4 or 5 of our Power Ranger fans that are extremely creative are really helping us design and create our comic, as well as our 3 sagas, our 3 films that we would like to start out with our comic. And we also have a new division, our creative team for our TV show division, that I'm really excited about. We're just getting that started. The purpose and the mantra of our team, the Gold Team, is to give and serve. So I hope I was able to answer all our questions with the Gold Team. Let's get back to our purpose of this call, of this podcast, Autism Awareness. We have Melissa, who's joining us, as well as Cody and Amanda. We'll start with Melissa. Melissa, if you could help us out and let all the fans know what basically is autism.
Okay, autism spectrum disorder. It's a range of complex neurodevelopmental disorders. It's characterized by social impairments and communication difficulties, and they have restrictive, repetitive, stereotype patterns of behavior. And there are, in essence, 4 types of disorders on the autism spectrum, and they are Asperger's disorder, pervasive developmental disorders, not others specified, childhood disintegrative disorders, and Rett syndrome. And one of the most common types of autism on the spectrum disorder is the Asperger's syndrome. And one of the main things with that is that they have social skills problems. And it is, like I said, probably the most common. It is a high-functioning autism, and there is also on the spectrum low-functioning autism. 1 in 88 people have some form of autism on the autism spectrum, and 1 out of every 4 are female. So a quarter are female, 3/4 are male. And at the end of this podcast, we will have some websites that will be available for you guys to kind of go on and be able to further educate yourself in reference to the details of what the disorders are. And I think one of our guests here today is Amanda, and she also has autism. So I'm going to let her take over.
Hi guys, I'm Amanda, and I have high-functioning autism, and it's like I'm very capable of having social skills and communication skills, but to a certain limit. But it's been tough growing up with autism. I was bullied constantly, and I had trust issues. I didn't have a father growing up, and that kind of contributed to it. It was just hard for me to grow up. And then when I went into 11th grade, I was bullied to a certain point where there was a time a bully went up to me, I got angry, and I said, you know what, get out of my face, just get out of my face, I can't take you anymore, you are just evil. And everybody saw that, and ever since then, people came up to me for advice, and everybody became my friend because they knew how brave I was. And that was kind of like the moment where I wanted to be a motivational speaker, because people saw me as brave, strong, a good leader, and very tenacious. I think that's the word my mom used. But I was happy at that point because I just love helping people. And I actually have Power Rangers to thank for that, because they taught me so much over the years, and they were kind of like the friends that I never had growing up as a kid. So I have to thank the show, and I have to thank the actors for that. So I plan on being a motivational speaker as well as a photographer. I'm currently in college now. I'm soon to graduate in probably the fall of 2014 or the spring of 2015. But I am excited that will see you all at Power MorphoCon 4, which is next year. And we have a co-star, Cody. How about you tell us your side of the story with autism?
Well, at the age of 4, I was diagnosed with Asperger's, and throughout my life, I struggled with social skills. I didn't know how to communicate with certain people. People were very distant from me. They didn't want to talk to me, and I had to hang out with my own kind, people that had the same interests as me. And I had an incident in school at one point where I was so caught up and interested in some things that other normal people wouldn't be interested in, like Power Rangers and Titanic and all that stuff. And I got my head slammed into the urinal just for my interests, breaking the toilet, and I had my ear swelled up and stuff. So, and my interests have always been about Power Rangers and Titanic. I've always wanted to, go see the shipwreck of the Titanic. I've always had interest in that. So, and when I went to school, I had other problems where I was singled out. I wasn't allowed to ride the bus to school. I always had to have my mother drive me to school. And well, pretty much everything that I've been doing now pretty much is I'm accomplishing some of my dreams. I work for a Power Ranger actor, and I'm going to be going to a convention I've been wanting to go to next year because of that. And, again, I wanted to go see the Titanic, so that might be a dream that might come true, too. So, yeah.
Awesome, Cody. Awesome, Amanda. Fantastic stuff. And for all the fans out there, for my brothers and I, we're givers and servers. And I'm excited because this is the first charity that we're going to start for autism. Because I was made aware through Melissa and through other folks that have autism or that know of people that have autism, that 1 out of every 88 kids have autism. Can you imagine how big the fandom is and how many people are affected by this condition? So, I mean, this is what really inspires my brothers and I. We're not motivated by money. We're motivated by serving. We actually have 11 different charities, but this will be the first one that will get started. And this is just a little intro for our fans and for the Phantom and for the Gold Team to know where we stand and what we stand for. So we're excited about this charity, especially me. I'm overwhelmed with excitement. So that's the end of our call, guys. I just like to give a little shout out to some of our new members that have joined us for the Gold Team. We have Beth Ward. She's our website developer from Tennessee. We're hoping that we'll have our website up and running by September 1st. We also have new graphic designers that have joined us. We have Lars Carson from Iowa. And thanks to Anarchy Cosplay, he's letting us use his photos. And Lars is doing some great work with that. We have Eddie Galado from California. We have Jay Tigran from Canada. We have Raul Ramirez Tirones from Spain. We have Blake Hunter from France. We have Pete Welland from Colorado. We have Vanessa Perez from Texas. We have Christina Jeanette Gonzalez from New York. Those are all our new members, and I want to give just a quick couple of shout-outs to some of our fans and friends. We have Bree Foster Hart from Las Vegas. She's a really close friend of mine. We have Daniel Gallagher from Pennsylvania. I've been chatting with him for a long time. And we have Justin McCry from New York. So that's our call, guys. Thanks for listening, for tuning in. And we'll be back next week with another podcast to update all of our fans in the Phantom on what we're doing and what's going on with all the other divisions. But good times, everybody.
Good times.
Good times.
Good times.